Passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge and the Mississippi River here in Minneapolis. A gorgeous scene. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. I don't..."
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Rozier's out there with Bacon, and it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. And for the Timberwolves, Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. And it's Graham in at the 3 spot. Now here's Teague. Wiggins outside. And Wiggins throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And it's Rozier missing.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And the Hornets, as a franchise, trying to figure out their direction.
Yeah, the team was torn on whether to rebuild or go for the playoffs. The fan base, well, they were split as well on what to do. I mean, it's been this way for years. Team is just stuck in the middle.
Greg, no secret that many Minnesota fans are questioning the contract they gave to Andrew Wiggins as his development has seemed to plateau.
And with all due respect to Wiggins, it would be worth worrying about if you're a Timberwolves fan. Wiggins has taken a step backwards, I feel, the last few years in his scoring and seemingly has lost the edge to his game that made him such a promising young star.
And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That is his first foul of the game. We've played just over a minute here in the first. And it's Graham missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Passes it to Zeller. And the layup's good off the glass.
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush. Very deliberate with his moves.
Teague against Rozier. A nice shot by Teague.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Rozier trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Boston. Shot by Zeller, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The kick out to T. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Graham surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. And there's the pass to Wiggins. Hornets with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Pass to Bacon. Here's Washington. It's rebounded by Towns. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, start it strong?
2 types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Rozier kicks to Bridges. Here's Zeller. Doesn't go for him. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 6. Inside, here's Covington, takes the assist and lays it in. picked out the pass nicely.
What confidence from the rangy swing man. I mean, he knows what it takes to convert from there.
Here's Rozier. Trying to end the drought. He lays it in.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Teague against Rozier. Teague drives in. A rebound by Washington. Hornets trail by 6. Pass to Bridges. Over in the corner, Rozier. No good on the triple. Timberwolves have gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Covington with the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Hornets have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Teague against Rozier. Passes to Bridges. Elbow shot. Count the basket.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
And Teague, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rozier against Teague. From 6 away. And the rejection by Towns. Here's Washington. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Timberwolves leading by 6. Teague with the ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Cody Zeller. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Okogie's checked in for the Timberwolves. Releases. Graham with the bucket. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Teague the pass to Okogie. The pass to Wiggins. Top of the key, Teague over Graham. Teague can't hit. Hornets trail by 6. Pass to Bridges. To the inside. Now here comes Teague, leading the break, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And with the way Teague can move in the open floor, there's just no way to prevent him from getting points on a fast break.
Charlotte shooting around 46% at this point. Graham, the pass to Bacon. Back to Williams. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Bridges misses. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Celtics. And yes, it's good. And now a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Oh, man, they built a monster lead here early on. A lot of this is due to the game plan.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Now here's Teague. He's got 8. There's the dish to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Williams against Towns. Williams passes to Bacon. That one, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Leading by 12.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Lonley's checked in for Robert Covington. Jake Layman comes in for Wiggins, and it's Napier in for Teague. Monk's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Graham. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
5 to shoot. Charlotte again missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Now here's Napier. There's the lob to Towns. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet to end the run. Rebound by Okogie.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
And the basket by Napier.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Hornets trail by 18. Graham surveying the floor. Pass to Monk. Here's Washington. Banked in off the glass.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
And here's Napier. Makes it off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Passes it to Washington. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded closely. Williams, that's good.
Yeah, first year for Coach Borrego as a head coach, but he had a solid start. He's from the Popovich coaching tree. He was given the reins of the Hornets, and he was tasked with improving their offense.
Offensive rebound, Towns, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Towns has got 6 points. Hornets trail by 17. Now Graham, the pass to Monk. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And with Borrego as coach, offense certainly was more fluid.
Yeah, Borrego, he stresses ball movement. He encourages his players to look for early offense, more spacing in his system that benefits the whole roster.
Here's Graham, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Towns. And Culver's subbed in for Josh Okogie. Here's Monk, and it's blocked.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
The Timberwolves have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. Charlotte has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Graham. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Minnesota leading by 22. Napier with it. He's got 7. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Now, here's Monk. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Minnesota finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone in the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Minnesota, Conley's out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Shabazz Napier. Then it's Culver, and it's Wayman in at the three, the small forward.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Here's Graham. Napier covering. Pass to Monk. Fires the three. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. And that'll be his third foul so far. Charlotte making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Now here's Napier. Rozier defending. And here's Napier. Misses the hole, and he's now 3 for 4. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, you got to love Rozier. Skying up for the dunk. Really seizing the opportunity and capitalizing with this tremendous leaping ability.
Now here's Napier. Jang high post. Gets an open look and hits. Jang's got his second basket of the game. So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. A floater. Minnesota with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now, here's Rozier. He's got 6. They get a hand on it. Zeller dishes to Monk. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Just 4 to shoot. Rozier for 3. Charlotte gets it back. Williams kicks to Monk. This one for 3. They get it back. Zeller passes to Williams, and the basket is good. Williams has got 5.
Well, the grit Williams played with is admirable. You love how he finishes despite getting roughed up a little bit.
And with Cody Zeller, he has a very workmanlike approach when he's on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's what Zeller is all about, playing a simple meat and potatoes type game. I mean, what he does won't show up in the box score, but it'll show up in the standings.
The Timberwolves have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Minnesota making a switch here. Graham's checked in. The Hornets also with a sub. Bacon's checked in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the shot is good.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Here's Monk, following the score by Jarrett Culver. Monk, the pass to Rozier. Pass to Bacon from outside the arc, but they recover it. Pass to Bridges. A second chance effort, and the layup is good.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Culver, and too long on the shot. The Hornets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And he gets it back. 2 points. That one goes. He has 6.
They are just killing him on the interior.
To the middle. Here's Napier. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now Rozier. He's got 6. And the rejection by Jang.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
And it's in there. And it's 6 points for Jarrett Culver.
And that attacking mindset, when Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Here's Rozier. No good. Shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Down low. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
Oh, the first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis, and don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Bridges kicks to Rozier. He dishes it to Williams. 5 on the clock. Monk for 3. Rebound by Jang.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Bridges passes to Williams. Poked loose and stolen by Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
Well, Greg, that's about as a high percentage a look as you're going to get running the floor beautifully.
Now, here's Rozier. He's got 6. There's the pass to Monk. Williams up on top. To halt the run in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
But it's all about a rhythm for a player like Williams. He's effective at shooting right off the pass.
Pass to Jang. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Wiggins against Rozier. Bridges kicks to Rozier. That's tipped. Clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer. They grab their own miss. Here's Williams, and they convert at last on attempt number 3.
Well, over time, I would say Williams has morphed into a reliable small/power forward, especially in his rebound.
Now here's Wiggins. He's coming off a 40-point game against Golden State.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Here's Rozier following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That is his first foul of the game. Okogie's checked in for the Timberwolves. Teague comes in for Shabazz Napier. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Washington's checked in for Bridges. Now, here's Rozier. He's got 6. Monk, no one around him, hits the 3-point bomb. Monk's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you gotta love that 3-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Williams against Jang. Knocks it loose. for Williams. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Making the pass to Rozier. At the top of the key, Williams. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Now here's Williams. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Bacon. Minnesota with the rebound. Jang's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Wiggins. Another miss by Minnesota. Charlotte's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Rozier kicks to Williams. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Towns is checked in, and a switch here also for Charlotte. Graham's checked in. Williams passes to Bacon. Charlotte moving the ball around. Here's Graham. No good from outside. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting.
Terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
The Hornets shooting just 34% from the floor. Here's Graham. Teardrop shot out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Towns. He's coming off an excellent season. Last year averaging 24 points per, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at his scoring, he was #1 on the team last season.
His ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration, that's what makes him a great finisher.
Okogie for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Okogie's got 7 points. And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets. Now the dish to Monk. Williams passes to Monk. They double him with Wiggins. Out to the wing. There's Bacon. Charlotte no good that time either.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
And when you get as much speed going to the rim as Teague does, sometimes momentum just carries you in to a slam like that one.
Now, here's Monk. 5 points in the game. Count that bucket.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Teague, the pass to Okogie. Back to Teague. Graham with the rebound. And so it's Charlotte with it. We've got 1:13 left now here in the second. At the elbow, Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Hornets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Biyombo is checked in for the Hornets.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
Graham, the pass to Biyombo. Here's Bacon. Back to Biyombo. Graham with the ball. From deep. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Pass to Okogie. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Charlotte shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Here's Graham. Covered by Wiggins. Back to Biyombo. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Hornets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
There's a quiet confidence that Monk seems to play with. You can see he just feels like nobody can guard him. The kid just plays with an edge.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing that, we can come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a fast pace for Minnesota at the outset. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half will be more lopsided than the first.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow a way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. As Napier really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. Getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Aiken is out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Bridges in its small forward. The Hornets shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
The younger brother of Tyler Zeller and former Suns big man Luke Zeller, Cody has a good chance to be the best of all three.
Rozier against T. Passes it to Washington. Rozier for 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And you gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up fakes or jab steps.
Now here's Rozier. Dishes it to Zeller. The kick out to Rozier. Zeller trying to free himself up. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, They'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. Teague against Rozier. Teague drives in, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Cody Zeller. Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Hornets.
Jeff Teague.
Free throw good, Teague. You know, it's easy to see why, Greg, Covington has been named to first-team all-defense in the past.
The team is noticeably different when his defensive presence is missing. I mean, rare to find a perimeter player who is as good as him, both on and off the ball.
The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year you're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, you know, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Now, here's Bridges after the miss from Karl Anthony Towns, and there it is for him. And that's 10 points for Miles Bridges.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Left side, Covington, intercepted. Oh, and here comes Rozier all alone. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Teague.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Towns.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Another miss by Minnesota. Over to the wing. Now, here's Bridges. Defense right on him. Back to Rozier. Knocked away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots it. Bridges misses. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Now, here's Rozier. He's got 6. Now the pass to Bacon. Free throw line jump shot. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Covington into the lane. And he uses the glass on the layup. Covington's got 6 points.
I like whenever Covington is in attack mode. He's demonstrating how dangerous he can be driving inside.
Teague against Rozier. And the shot goes in. 8 points for him.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Back to Teague. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Bacon. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Rozier against Teague. Pass to Bridges to the left side wing. Washington. And Covington sends it back. Here's Wiggins. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Here's Bacon. Here's Washington. Pass to Bacon. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Bridges for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
Now here's Teague. He's got 17. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Corky Dangs checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Noah Vonleh comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Napier in for T. The Hornets have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And the technical free throw is good. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it. Get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, then be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice, too. And there's the foul. We'll go on Shabazz Napier. That'll be his second foul of the game. Culver's checked in for Minnesota. Okogie comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. Graham with the ball. Napier covering. Graham kicks to Williams. Zeller trying to free himself up, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. Bridges passes to Monk. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Graham. Drills it from outside. Graham's got 4 points this quarter.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Okogie for 3. Unable to get that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. For 3, Williams. Rebound by Okogie. The Timberwolves have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Now here's Napier. Graham defending. Napier kicks to Vonleh. To the paint. Here's Okogie. Passes to Napier. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Napier's got 15 points.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
Here's Okogie. He has 7. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Marvin Williams.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Jake Lehman's checked in for Jang. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for the Hornets. And it's Kid Gilchrist with the ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte to the wing right side. Here's Graham. Napier covering. Lets it fly. Offensive rebound, but they get it back. Back to Kid Gilchrist. 6 on the shot clock. They shoot again. No good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Lehman pass to Culver. Count that one. He's got 8.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And here is Graham. He's got 8. Culver with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And the pass to Monk. Lets it go with a three. It's good from long range. Monk's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Well, last season, Kev, Malik Monk got more chances on the floor. He still showed a bit of inconsistency, and that's going to be something that he'll have to smooth out with time.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Williams got a piece of it. Pass to Okogie. Second shot opportunity, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Monk.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And the first one drops. Chris, you forget just how young Monk was when he came into the NBA.
Yeah, true. His game was very raw, and it's still a work in progress. But you see the flashes of what he's capable of. And, Kevin, ultimately, you want him to be better on the defensive end as well.
Charlotte making a switch here. Martin's checked in. Now here is Martin. Here's Kid Gilchrist. It's deflected. One-on-one here. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Okogie misses.
He has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
1:29 left to play here in the third. Outside, Martin. Pass to Graham. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Okogie. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Okogie's got 14.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's Monk. 13 points in the game, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Monk. 14 points for him.
Give it up for the D. No fear. You risk getting posterized. You know what, though? But you still take him in.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Biyombo is checked in for Zeller.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Biyombo finds Martin. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. To the middle, passes it to Graham. And the Hornets miss again.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Teague left side. The pass to Towns. Here's Culver. Misses the shot. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Minnesota on top, delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. Then there's Bell. And it's Bates Diop in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's Layman. Pass to Bates Diop. Outside Teague. The shot off that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Charlotte moving it around. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Biyombo. Here's Graham. Teague covering. Kid Gilchrist lays it up and banks it in. Kid Gilchrist has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, I like it. How hard Kid Gilchrist works for these close-range shots. It's just a testament to how much confidence he has in himself. Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Outside Martin. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Feeds it to Bell. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
I love the authority that Bell showed right there. The D has to push him out of there. Well, this is what's going to happen every time.
Pass to Biyombo. Kid Gilchrist inside. Rebounded by Bell.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Layman kicks to Teague. Back to Layman. Puts it up. The Hornets pull it in.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Bell leading the charge. It's good.
He's often compared to Draymond Green, but Bell is an impressive prospect. His passing continues to evolve.
Here's Graham. Teague covering. And it's Graham missing for Minnesota. They've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Yep, that one goes.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Graham with the ball. Teague covering. Now Graham. He dishes it to Biyombo. It's hauled in by Bates Diop for Minnesota. They've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Layman gets the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And they call an illegal screen here. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see, and if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. See, we have excellent. Now, here's Rozier. They need this one. The shot, no good. Great D that time from T. Bates Diop, the pass to Bell. Inside. Here's Jang. Biyombo with the block. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Rozier. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Rozier. To the inside. Biyombo, no luck. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Culver gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over.
Outside, Martin. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucksland. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid or Zingis. And we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time onto your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
But he recovers it.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Teague inside the line and misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's the Hornets ball. And the rejection by Jang. But they'll get another chance. Kid Gilchrist the pass to McDaniels. He tries for 3. Kept alive. Biyombo kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Good on the bucket.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
The Timberwolves have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Now here's Culver. He's guarded closely.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Napier, he's checked in for Jeff Teague. The Hornets also with a sub. Hernan Gomez is checked in. The first free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Okogie's checked in. The Timberwolves shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. Passes it to Bates-Diop. From deep three-point range. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Here's Jang. Michael Kidd Gilchrist making his last shot. Good work there as it goes.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rozier kicks to Martin. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019, letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing. A perfect position to grab the rebound. Gets underneath, boxes out, and pulls it down. Right
side, Kid Gilchrist over Napier. And that one goes long.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Bates Diop, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First free throw is good. Monk's checked in for Rozier.
At the line for your Timberwolves.
He's off on the second. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Monk for three, gets the three-pointer to fall.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all three of these leagues I'm in.
Free throw good, Martin. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Napier feeling it out a bit. Another miss by Minnesota. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Martin kicks to Biyombo. The dish now to Monk. 1:21 left here in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the three fly. A new 14 for Charlotte.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
From deep, Hernan Gomez. Rebound, Minnesota. And there's the pass to Okogie. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like seeing Monk set his teammates up. A part of his game that I think he's got to continue to improve.
Here's Okogie. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for the first.